All right, in the next video, we are dealing with the creation of the location table in AssetWorks. And the reason why we do that before the asset table is that one of the columns that's in the asset table is location ID, which I think is toward the end. There's a company ID, right? But there's also a location ID. See if we can find it. There it is, right there. And that comes from the locations table. So currently there's nothing in there. We haven't defined any locations. And we have this import file that we created. It's got its own table name here, data import. And we're going to run some scripting on there to pull out a list of the unique location names across all of those nearly 600,000 assets. All right, and we do that in this way. We begin by deleting any previous locations, resetting the ID to 1 for the first one that we're going to enter. And then we insert into the locations table the name, site, and company ID from looking at distinct combinations of location, site, and company ID from the data import file. Right? And then we go in at the last point and we update the name field to add the letters SP to the name supplied by the customer. And the reason why we do that is in this particular case, the customer has a barcode at each location door jamb. And for whatever reason, they have SP as a prefix that is encoded in the barcode. So when we use a phone or when we use the mobile reader with AssetWorks on it, when we scan the barcode, it'll now match the field value for name. Right? So we're just going to run this script. We'll see how long it takes. And just, I suppose I probably should go ahead and prove this out first. If I go into locations, there's no locations here, right? I'll even make sure that I'm not lying, and there's no locations there. So now we come back here and we're going to run the script. And it should happen relatively quickly. I would say, if my memory is right, it's about 30 seconds, less than that. So there we go. We have 23,256 unique locations that have now been identified. And remember, you could have a location name that is the same between two different company IDs, but that combination of company ID and name is now going to be unique. So we have now 200 times 10, 23,260 unique location / company ID values. All right. So now we'll, in the next video, go on and use these references to create the asset table.